Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm so sorry, sir. How can I help you? Oh, sorry. I should introduce myself. I mind the tavern. I'm kind of like a landlady. It is very snowy outside. You must be freezing. Oh, you're looking for a room. I see. You get stuck in the snow. It's very dangerous out there, just as well you came in here. I'm really sorry, but I don't think we've got any rooms left. It's been awfully snowy in Edinburgh for the last week or so, and we've had a lot of people needing to stay longer than normal. I mean, on Christmas Eve, it is busy. Oh no, you can't be going back out there in the snow though, don't be daft. I can't have you sleeping on the street and at Christmas Eve, no. Let me just okay. Let me just gather my thoughts for a second. So you are I thought that by the way you were dressed. So you're going to see your uncle. Is it Baron? Oh yes, I know the estate. It's just south of Pitlochry. Oh, you've got a way to go though. You're meant to be there for Christmas Day. I definitely don't think you're going to be able to get there. Maybe tomorrow if the snow stops, but it is wild outside. It is completely wild, I know. Well, I can't be sending you back out in the snow. That's for sure. Let me just see. See if you look behind you. Yeah, we've obviously got the fire on. I've got that warm armchair. You're more than welcome to take up that spot. Me? Well, I am tending all night, you see. This is I got the bad shift. I'm gonna try and stay up for Christmas morning. Open some presents and things with my sister. But, you know, I'm sort of on my own, so I didn't mind doing the Christmas Eve late night shift. Well, you're more than welcome to stay and take that seat. That's no problem. Okay, let me just have a little thing. So, you're who? Oh yes, I do know that name. I know that name. Oh, you already said that brings you there is your uncle's. Okay, got you. And is it just you that's up? Have you got a wife or, you know, somebody you're gonna go and see and bring up with you? Oh, I see. You're just a bachelor. I see. Not yet found your lady. That's interesting to know. Well, I'm sure she's out there, and perhaps you'll find her in an unsurprising place. Anyway, let me help you out a little bit here. Okay, you look really cold. To gather my thoughts, I'm just pull yourself together. How about some food and a warm cup of tea? I don't have much, but I have some I can give you. I did just boil some tea over the stove, so let me just, you can have this cup, just a second. Okay. Alright, okay. Here it's like super warm. Is that alright for you? Alright, I'll just pop that there. Okay. I have these Iris is a friend of mine, and she brought these two little mince pies that she made. I just have two. I would be happy to share one with you. You can have this one, and I'll maybe have that one. Of course, you can have. Yeah, of course. There's nobody else I'd rather share a mince pie with than the son of a baron or the nephew of a baron that's come all the way up from down south. And I know we've only just met, but of course you can have the mince pie. Don't worry about it. I also have. I just prepared this for the guests. Sometimes people get a little bit hungry when it's, it's winter and they come down and they're looking for stew. So I do have a soup that I made on the stove, and I have some bread. So I can make you some soup if you would like. No, okay, that's fine. You just mince pie. Well, I'll put the bread here for you. Okay, well, here, drink your tea. Sorry, I'm just not being quite myself. Well, cheers to mince pies. Try it. Have you ever had one before? It's really not often that I anyway get to taste something so wonderful. I'm sure where you're from. Yeah, I mean that's far away. I'm sure you've tried mince pies before. Yeah, and all sorts of other sweet treats. We're not so blessed up here. There are some wonderful bakeries, though, should you wish to get something to take to your uncle, but I don't think any of them will be open in the morning on Christmas Day. And of course, I'll make sure to tell St. Nicholas, or Father Claus, that you'll be staying here tonight. I'm sure he will find out. What did you ask for Christmas? Is anybody getting you anything nice? I'm sure they will. Normally my sister will get me something. No, I'm not married either. No, not betrothed either. Nobody has come along yet that has tickled my fancy. I'm always getting marriage proposals though from Johnny Boy upstairs. Oh, he lives on the top floor. No, he doesn't live here, but he's a nice boy and all, but he's quite young. Not quite my age or cup of tea. I'm not somebody that will just accept a hand in marriage to anybody, so okay. And you, why have you not met your special somebody? I see. Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. I thought there'd be like a lot of women in your sort of society or like circles and things that would be your cup of tea. They'd be wearing beautiful dresses, and I imagine have excellent taste and fashion, and I see them sometimes in the dressmakers. There's quite a high society here in Edinburgh as well, so you see the lovely ladies and their beautiful sort of dresses and things. Oh, thank you. I like the red. I thought I'd wear the red on the sort of Christmas time, get a new frock for Christmas. Anyway, you must be freezing. So be enough with the chair. Yeah, look, I think I have something here. If you just give me a minute, I'm just gonna go into the cupboard. I think I have some spare things. Okay. Okay, I do. This was kindly gifted to me from this lovely old lady that used to live here. It's a knitted blanket. It's rather large. It is in pink, or kind of grey, whatever you want to call it. There's parts that are a little bit holey, but I think if you wrap this around yourself, you'll be nice and warm. Here, let me help you with that. I'll come this way 2 seconds. Here. Yeah, you put this on yourself there. Like so. There we go. Oops, that's getting stuck on me. Okay. There we are. It's not the best quality. We don't have the luxury feathers that you have, but this hopefully would make do if I just here. Yeah, take that there. Okay. Well, I think that's something for you. For sure. Are you enjoying this? It's so good. Me happiness that you enjoyed yours as well. So, okay, so are you happy? Do you want me to leave you alone, or I have ale as well, by the way, if you would like some. You're okay. You think you're gonna struggle to get to sleep? I have an idea. Well, why don't you sit there? I love to ramble anyway. I'm a big fan of rambling. And my father was a very intelligent man. And although I didn't do much schooling, he taught me how to read. So I have one of his old books he gave me. It's from the Grimm brothers, you know, the fairy tales. They're from like almost 100 years ago. How about I read you a story? You can have a look and see. I think I've got them in here. I like to read them. Could read you a little story, and then if you're still not sleeping, I can ramble to you some more. I want to read you my favorite one, which is Hansel and Gretel. Is that okay? I think, although it is a little bit of a long story. Maybe there's more of a Christmassy one. Let me have a look. There is the elves and the shoemaker, but I read that all the time. suppose I could read it slowly. And the Elves and the Shoemaker would be a good one for Christmas. I think this is where elves making shoes came from, you know. Okay, I'll read this one for you. It's shorter. It's only 3 pages, and I can read it nice and slowly. And then perhaps I'll maybe tell you some gossip. I've got lots of gossip. Okay. A shoemaker, by no fault of his own, had become so poor that at last he had nothing left but leather for 1 pair of shoes. So, in the evening, he cut out the shoes which he wished to make the next morning, and as he had a good conscience, he lay down quietly in his bed, commended himself to God, and he fell asleep. In the morning, after he had said his prayers and was just going down to sit to work, lo, both shoes stood all finished on his table. He was astounded and did not know what to say. He took the shoes in his hands to examine them closer, and they were so neatly made that there was not one bad stitch in them, just as if they were meant for a masterpiece. Soon after, a buyer came in, and as the shoes pleased him well, he paid more for them than was customary, and with the money, the shoemaker was able to purchase leather for 2 pairs of shoes. He cut them out at night, and next morning was about to set to work with fresh courage, but he had no need to do so, for when he got up they were already made. And buyers also were not wanting, who gave him money enough to buy leather for 4 pairs. The following morning too he found the 4 pairs made, and so went on constantly. What he cut out in the evening was finished by the morning, so that he soon had his honest living again, and at last became a wealthy man. Now it befell that one evening not long before Christmas, when the man had been cutting out, he said to his wife, before going to bed, "What think you we were to stay up all night to see who lends us a helping hand?" The women liked the idea and lighted a candle, and then they hid themselves in the corner of the room, behind some clothes which were hanging there, and they watched. When it was midnight, 2 pretty tiny, naked little men came and sat down by the shoemaker's table, took all the work which was cut out before them, and began to stitch, sew, and hammer so skillfully and so quickly with their little fingers that the shoemaker could not turn away for his eyes for astonishment. They did not stop until all was done, and as stood finished on the table, then they ran quickly away. The next morning the women said, "The little men have made us rich, and we really must show that we're grateful for it. They run about so much and have nothing on, and they must be called. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make them little shirts, coats, vests, and trousers, and knit both of them a pair of stockings. Do you make them 2 little pairs of shoes?" The man said, "I'd be very glad to do it." And one night, when everything was ready, they laid their presents instead of the cut-out work all together on the table, and then concealed themselves to see how the little men would behave. At midnight, they compounded in and wanted to get to work at once, but as they did not find any leather cut out, only the pretty little articles of clothing, they were at first astonished, and then they showed intense delight. They dressed themselves with the greatest rapidity, putting the pretty clothes on and singing, "Now we are boys so fine to see, why should we longer cobblers be?" Then they danced and skipped and leapt over chairs and benches. At last they danced out of the doors. From that time forth they came no more, But as long as the shoemaker lived, all went well with him, and all his undertakings prospered. The end. I do love a little story like that, you know. I suppose it's very apt for Christmas time, since it is Christmas Eve. I'm so excited. I love this time of year. Now, I just had a little thought. I've got a couple of little things I could give you to help you sleep if you'd like. Okay, so the first things first. First things first. Incense. Do you use that where you are from? I'll show you. It's like this. So we use this here, which is this beautiful little wooden holder. You see? And we pop this here, and then we're gonna light incense. This is incense. It's almost like a sparkler. If you sniff. Incense is really good for cleaning the air and things like that. So what we'll do is I'll light it and I'll show you. So you want to just light it like this. And you blow it out like this. And you'll see it'll start to burn all the way down the incense. And it releases incense from the top of it. And you basically set it on the wooden holder like so. Like that. And it burns all the way down. Have you never seen that before? It makes a wonderful smell, so we'll set that there and let it burn for you. Smell that now. That'll help you sleep, I think. Other thing is I have some salts. I use these often in my bathing tub. Yeah. But you can just pop them on the palm of your hands as well, you know. This one is very concealed. That snow out there is... Oh, sorry. Hello, Mrs. Winterbottom. Are you alright over there? Oh, okay. You're just going out to the toilet. Oh, okay. If you need any help, let me know. Sorry about that, Mrs. Winterbottoms. She's a real dear. She needs a little bit of help. She gets a little bit confused. She's a long-term resident of ours. She's not the most kind to new guests, if I'm honest. She gets very confused. But she'd certainly chat up somebody like you. She thinks she's in her 20s and... Oh, see this? Sorry. Smell. Here, give me your hand. Yeah, like that. Right. Take that, okay. Look. Take that, and what to do is just put them on your armchair. And it should help you sleep. I am so sorry, there are dogs barking. I hate them. The dogs next door are the worst. I'm just gonna spit this out now. It is still burning. Our little incense. What was I saying? Yeah, pop this on your armchair. And all will be well, I believe. I firmly and strongly believe that. Of course, Well, you've got a little bit of hair on you. Is that alright? And of course, I will be here all night. So feel free to, if you can't sleep, I'm happy to entertain you. Obviously, in a talking way, you know. It's not often I get a handsome young nephew of a baron in at the tavern, so. My sister, yeah, she lives nearby. She's married. I have 2 nieces. Yeah, they're wonderful. One day I would love to have my own. And I'm sure that day will come. But yeah, they're wonderful. I love going to theirs for Christmas. She married a jeweler, so they live a really nice, happy life. And the magic at Christmas time is so wonderful when there's children around, don't you think? Will there be any children on your uncle's estate? Oh, you've got nieces and nephews as well. That will be wonderful. Of course, I'm sure you'll have an amazing time. Well, we certainly have got to get you up the road to Pitlochry, so hopefully I will pray that the snow stops so you can get on your horse and carriage. You have a way to go yet. And if you don't make it by Christmas morning, okay, they'll be there for the week. Oh right, so that is such a shame that you might be in a horse and carriage on Christmas Day. Well, then certainly you should have some rest. Where's your horseman? Oh dear, he will freeze. Tell him to come here as well if you would like. Oh, okay, yes. That tavern will be open all night. Oh, I see. I thought there for a minute he was serious. I thought when you said he's gonna stay in the guard all night. Well, that makes sense that he will mind it, but from the tavern, that's most of them. Most of the horsemen and footmen will be there. And your horses, yes, there is stables by the tavern. That is true. Look at this, it is still going. And see, the end of it is like still lit. Keeps going, it's almost like a cigar, where the cigar keeps burning. Alright, well, I think I will let you get some rest. As I said, I'll be here all night, and it has been a pleasure, my pleasure, hosting you and talking to you. Yeah. If you need anything else, let me know. As I said, I've got the stew on, and I'll soon be making porridge for the morning. You need a hearty breakfast before you go on your way. So, yeah, just settle back in. I almost stopped that. Settle in and just